the other games out there. I'm not just gonna mention, but there's still a chance of people snowballing through the game. It's just a matter of how you control. It's how you manage the snowball that the enemy guys are going for. Now, right now, regarding the bans and pick, Noiisy Boys have banned Silvernail. Scarf has been banned here by Elite8. So they're still thinking about the bans here.
I think these are just typical bans since you don't want early advantage, you don't want a huge snowball effect, you don't want anyone dominating their lane in the early times of the game. So I think they're probably gonna go with the spike at the mid part of the game or the late, or they're just gonna clean out all the champions with early advantage and cut the game or have the advantage at the early part.
And there you go. An Anka has been banned onto the side of Noiisy Boys. A Fortress N, I'm sorry, it's a Grump Jaw. I thought it was a Scarf. They look the same.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens.
It happens. But yeah, those are the bans. And regarding the picks here, a Catherine pick is almost going to be picked here by Elite8.
Catherine actually has a 56.36% win rate. Of course, it depends on how you'll play the game, right? But like, there's actually a lot of top builds for her. Like example, that would be a Storm Crown and Travel Boots and maybe Crucible and Coat of Plates and so on. It goes with the player, but those are the usual builds.
And of course, Kinetic is an excellent mid laner. Somebody that you'll really have to look out for. You don't really want them to start going online early on in the game. You need to try to extend the game a bit more for you to at least keep up with the power spike that Kinetic has. And now we see a Finn pick by Noiisy Boys. Of course, a Catherine.
I'm actually trying to like get a feel of what kind of lineup will they have, but I don't. Do you have any idea? Like I can't feel the plan they have yet. Like they're surprising me or something.
I'll be completely honest. The lineups, like how the meta plays right now, I am no longer familiar with it because most of the time I just play pubs. I don't play rank at all. See what the pick here because a Catherine and Celeste, that's a good combo on its own because Catherine can go in for the stun. Celeste will be able to just keep picking off the people that are stunned. Alright, I like where this goes. I am trying actually picked out Tony there, and a Kestrel has been picked by Uranophobia. Kestrel is one hell of a DPS dealer. There is no other way that we can go there. Tatara is opting to pick an Alpha, and an Alpha, it kind of gets annoying because of that passive where as soon as Alpha dies, she respawns basically after she dies. So it's
irritating.
It's irritating, and she has a lot of burst potential. So that's one of the heroes that. One of the champions they would actually opt to try to eliminate first, but at the same time, if they fail to eliminate her on time, she's just going to be a pain in the back for Elite8.
Tables will be quickly turned.
The tables will quickly be turned indeed. And I think we will have a Gwen pick.
Gwen! She's actually one of the champions that I actually like playing in my early days, but like after a while I don't think I'm good enough for this, but I'll try.
Yeah, you'll try, but maybe we can put some games down the line after, in between the breaks. And yeah, we will finally start our first game of the series. It's between Noiisy Boys and Elite8
Esports. Had to say the Esports.
I've had to say the Esports because it is part of their name. Yeah,
lineup wise, of course, both teams have an amazing lineup, but which do you think is better than the other? Even by a bit, or are they just even?
Early game, I'd say Elite8 would have the advantage here. But as soon as the game starts dragging along towards the mid or the late game, that is when
Noiisy Boys.
That's when Noiisy Boys will actually start kicking up.
So you could see that Elite8 is opting for a early finish, because the moment the game drags too long, Noiisy Boys will be able to catch up, and things might get a little complicated.
Yeah.
And this again, guys, this is the first game for today. Whew. I'm actually curious and happy.
Actually
and
excited to see what's going to happen here. So we often see this a lot with a lot of teams just opting to just go straight into the middle lane, try to stop anybody from pushing into the enemy jungle so that they could, get additional gold, get additional farm. And you see here, it's a 4v2 lane here over at mid, while the others are just jungling. Catherine here, just lying back, trying to wait for other people to start invading. Or the Orb Guardians have spawned, and this is when they will start spreading out, so to speak. Elite8 actually making their way over to the side of Noiisy Boys, and Noiisy Boys on the other side are invading the jungle. So it's anybody's game here during the start of the game.
Of course.
It's just the laning phase, but it's just a matter of how well are they going to be able to sustain their lane. Because right now, here over at mid, Finn will have a hard time dealing with these two guys over at mid. But at the same time, they need to also be wary of where the rotations are coming from. That's where these little things come in handy. These cameras, these small cameras that help you get vision in your map.
Small cameras in your map. Ooh, okay, so you can see in the mid that it's 2-on-2. Finally got an assist. Catherine, though, I think left her hiding spot. Yeah, time to farm, man. Since Catherine...
It's time to farm, but Uranophobia is going to fall. The first blood is going to the hands of Noiisy Boys, and will they be able to follow it up with a second kill onto Hun Jaegers? Hun Jaegers is trying to fight so bad here. Actually deals a lot of damage onto its yo bro, Daniel GP as well. They're just going to fall back and just going to start laning, so to speak.
I think this early into the game, I don't think anyone should overextend for now, because like sometimes in the game when you overextend, it's a high risk, high reward. However, if they do extend this early, it's kind of sure that they're gonna fail. So if you're alone and you think that the person or your person you're with is low health, don't try. Just know.
Yeah, you really don't want to overextend your lane. You don't want to give out early kills and early farm towards your opponent. That's something that you really don't want to happen.
Especially since you did say that Elite8's lineup gives more focus on the early game.
Yeah, and that's why they are trying to go for the rotations as much as possible. And it looks like they are trying to get a pick onto the Crystal Trent here over to the side of Noiisy Boys. And will they be able to secure a kill here? That's a question. They were able to get the Crystal Trent, and I think this is going to be the doom for Noiisy Boys. It's yo bro goes down, and as well as Daniel GP. That is going to be a kill that they do not need to have. And the eyes on right now actually for Satara. A lot of things actually happening all over the map. Alpha here, I Am Try is running away from Mr. Lightgut, and Hun Jaegers. Bombardier is trying to find him back. I Am Try will have the passive, will be able to regen, but will fall down. Bombardier is now on his own in a 3v1 situation. He is going to be forced to run away. He is stunned. He is just hiding underneath the tower, and that's going to be enough for Elite8 to back off.
Nice response from Bombardier. However, he's level 3 and he's up against like level 4, so too bad though. I think if another player were able to respond, they could have taken down those two. Like now,
all that thought though. Yeah, this is going to be an engagement over the bottom jungle here. Noiisy Boys did not win that engagement at all, but instead Elite8 are winning. They are able to kill down I Am Try. It's yo bro. Falls down. It's just GP. Daniel GP on his own, and he's going to fall down as well. And this is what I'm talking about. Elite8 has the advantage in the early game, and if they keep this up, they will eventually be able to convert this. But at the same time, Noiisy Boys, they just need to play it safe, try to drag the game as long as possible.
Remember how Noiisy Boys got like the first kill? However, Elite8 followed it up with 7 kills. Like, dang.
Yeah, talk about conversion, right? And they are able to convert the kills quite easily.
Rotation, yeah. Very good rotation. So nothing much. Just still with the usual rotations, farming, trying to wait for your enemy to make a mistake and then take him down.
And I think this is going to be another engagement here over at the enemy jungle here at Elite8. Uranophobia is actually dropping pretty low. I Am Try is actually being forced back here. All of a sudden, the gank that Noiisy Boys tried to do is turning around. Elite8 is able to secure the kill, but so far it is a 1v1 trade. Hun Jaegers is dropping pretty low here. Able to do the kites, not quite as effective. Mr. Like God actually falls down. Everybody falls down.
Everybody falls down.
But this is also an engagement over the top lane as well. They're trying to pick off Satara over there.
Barely didn't, so
Hun Jaeger with just 200 HP makes it out. Barely makes it.
Barely makes it out. Actually thought he was gonna, but then again he was safe, so that's okay. You're right though. Elite8's early game spike is really something that Noiisy Boys would want to watch out for. I'm actually thinking of a strategy Noiisy Boys would do just so they can extend the game further. Like it should focus more on the rotations. Like I'm not saying they should avoid where Elite8 should be. However, they could try to minimize the possible ganks or team fights. Just so they'll have the advantage in the mid game.
And try to not get picked off, just like Satara over there, dropping pretty low. He's going to be forced to hang back behind the tower, and he will be harassed, but as that happens, Catherine actually falls down. Mr. Like God falls down over there at the mid lane, actually. So right now, what Elite8 is doing is they're trying to just provide pressure all across the maps, because right now they were able to take the top tower over here. They're now eyeing their sights over at the middle tower as well. The more towers you lose, the more control you won't have over your jungle, and that's pretty scary, especially with the Elite8 lineup where they can just rotate all across the map. Oh, Catherine is actually sandwiched here.
I Am Try is very slow.
I Am Try is very low, doesn't opt to go for the kill there. But at the same time, there is an engagement here over at the middle lane. Uranophobia trying to run away here, trying to deal as much damage as they can. Official Hein on that Celeste will try to keep dealing damage here. I Am Try will be forced out. It's your bro dropping pretty low. Elite8 on the other hand is actually looking pretty bad here, but they are able to kill two guys off of the side of Noiisy Boys. It's your bro and I Am Try are down, and they are going in for the chase onto Daniel GP, and Daniel GP will go down.
Very nice response from Mr. Like God. I actually had my eyes on him the entire clash. So like the moment he joined that fight, because they were able to pick 2 kills and then at the same time follow it up with another.
It's just the follow-ups that they are really doing good. Like they convert a kill. Look at this Gwen, just dealing damage on the turret. Don't mind me.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing my thing. I'm just doing what my team planned.
Yeah, it's just that Elite8, they are gunning for objectives, and right now, Noiisy Boys, they are having a hard time just trying to stay alive because they are so under-leveled. If they're under-leveled, they won't have enough farm. If they don't have enough farm, they won't be able to at least come out of the jungle. But right now, they're trying to get Gwen here. But Gwen with the lifesteal just doing a lot of damage and regenning their life. Will they be able to actually take down Finn there? And that will happen. It's your bro will go down. Satara will be teleporting out of there. Doesn't want to deal with any of that at all. Bombardier, though, will not be able to see the end of the day here, but I think that is what's going to happen. They will be alive.
Nice
a couple of turrets have been converted on the top and onto the bottom side. Alpha just doing his job, going in for the objectives and just going in for the objectives.
I was actually looking at their levels every time Team Clash would happen, and one of the things I kind of noticed was Noiisy Boys, you're right. Noiisy Boys is left behind when it comes to the levels. So what they could do is either 2 or 3 champions on one lane just so they can farm, and they can pick just one champion each for Elite8. Just to get that EXP and to be able to reach their level. And once they're at par or at least above Elite8, they can be the one to actually initiate a fight.
Here we go. And speaking of initiation here, Mr. Lightgut actually went in for the stun there onto Bombardier, but will not be able to follow through. They will actually be able to connect it. Bombardier goes down. I'm trying dropping pretty low. Alpha, you really don't want Alpha to fall down early on into the clash, and we are seeing a response here onto the side of Noiisy Boys. They will be going in for the kill here. Will they be able to convert it though? That is a question. Noiisy Boys going in for the clash. Alpha diving in, trying to chase after Celeste there. Official Hein will be able to stay alive. Mortal Wound has been applied. Daniel GP dropping pretty low. He will be able to barely get out. Official Hein and Mr. Light God, they're trying to live as much as possible. Mr. Light God, though, and Official Hein are just doing work. They are converting the kills there. I'm trying Daniel GP, and it's yo, bro. They fall down, and they will be able to convert this into a turret.
That was really fast. Like earlier, I was looking at the Rhinophobia, and like I like how his hooks are on point. Like the first skill was because he was able to hook the champion and pull it towards them. With the fallout from his 2 teammates, secured first kill, and then everything just followed.
And as soon as everything followed, everything just starts running smoothly here. And Elite8, they are no strangers to things running smoothly for them. And of course, the Ghost Wing has landed. This is an important objective for both of these teams. If Noiisy Boys would be able to secure the Ghost Wing, they would at least have a fighting chance. Have 1 or 2 turrets converted. That would be a big deal, to be honest, because they would be Elite8 would be forced into engagements that they would not prefer. I mean, sure, they will be defending their turrets, but they will be out of position because Noiisy Boys will be on the offensive.
That is true. And now Noiisy Boys are together. They're able to get 1 kill earlier. So let's see how far will they get with that plan. 8, 10, and 11, 10. I think, yeah. Noiisy Boys can initiate a team fight now since level-wise they are okay. But however, you could see that objectives first. Yeah, that's good. They're capturing it.
Yeah, they just lack the objectives. I mean, sure, they were able to connect with the turret conversion over the top, but the Ghost Wing, that is a huge objective. And we see the Ghost Wing right here landing over the middle lane, and we'll start pushing. We'll deal a lot of damage, and speaking of a lot of damage, this is a lot of damage that is being dealt to Noiisy Boys. That Celeste ult, though, is going to connect. Everybody is just going to fall down.
I have no words for that damage, man. That was just wow.
The burst damage is just there, and I guess it's safe to say that it's going to be GG. But at the same time, this is actually going to be a split push here. Trying to go for the base race, but Catherine just doing a good job. Defending that push, and this will be the end of the Vainglory Crystal for Noiisy Boys, and that is going to be it for game number 1 of this series between Elite8 and Noiisy Boys. What do you have to say about it?